Okay, so are you ready to get a little weird?
Always.
All right, good.
Hi there.
Because today we're going to be diving into a song
Okay.
called This Cocaine Makes Me Feel Like I'm on This Song.
Wow.
Yeah, just the title alone.
Mm.
I mean, it's kind of a mouthful,
Yeah, no kidding.
and it's it's a little provocative too, right?
For sure.
Yeah, like, what does that even mean?
Well, it's certainly attention grabbing,
It is.
and it kind of sets the tone for the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to be a dark ride.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like the song is admitting its own darkness right from the start.
Yeah.
Like it's saying, hey, this is what you're getting into.
Right, like a warning label almost.
Almost like a dare.
Yeah, a dare to listen.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's dive into these lyrics then, because there's something else. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the first things you notice is this repetition.
Oh, yeah.
This phrase, there's nothing wrong with me.
Right.
There's something wrong with you,
Right.
over and over again.
It gets under your skin.
It does. It's like a broken record player.
It is, and it's intentional, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm.
Like, the speaker is trying to convince themselves as much as the listener.
That's a good point.
You know, it's like a mantra,
Yeah.
but a really messed up one.
Right. Yeah, it's not exactly live, laugh, love, is it?
Definitely not.
And, knowing the title with the cocaine reference and all,
Yeah.
it makes you think about addiction.
Absolutely.
Like that cyclical nature of it.
Right. You get hooked, you do it again.
You feel bad, you do it again.
And that repetition in the lyrics, it almost mirrors that.
It really does.
It's like being trapped in that cycle.
And then, on top of all that,
Okay.
there's this other weird thing,
Okay.
this warning about a stepson eating fish.
Oh, yeah, that's a strange one.
It pops up throughout the song.
Just out of nowhere.
It's so random, right?
Like, what does this even have to do with anything?
Exactly, but because it's so out of place, it makes you think about it even more.
I'm six with you.
It does. It's like a little puzzle piece
Yeah.
that doesn't quite fit.
Maybe it's a clue to something darker.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Like maybe the fish represents innocence or vulnerability, and the warning is a sign of guilt or paranoia.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Like maybe something happened.
That the speaker feels guilty about
Exactly. And maybe the cocaine.
is connected to that somehow.
It's possible.
It's all very mysterious.
It is, for sure.
Okay, and then things take an even weirder turn
Oh, yeah.
with this line.
Gonorrhea, gorgonzola.
I mean, what?
I know, right?
What is going on in this song?
It's like the songwriter just threw a bunch of random words together.
It feels that way sometimes.
But I think there's more to it than that.
Okay, I'm listening.
That line, it's so jarring.
It is.
So unexpected.
It's like, what does cheese have to do with
Anything.
a sexually transmitted disease?
But that's the point.
Okay, how? So,
It's meant to make you feel uncomfortable.
yeah, it definitely does that.
It's like this assault on your senses.
Right.
And it creates this feeling of decay.
Like rotten cheese.
Yeah.
And, maybe that connects to the themes of addiction.
Totally, like a corrupted mind.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just a really dark sense of humor.
It could be that too.
Yeah, this song is full of surprises.
It is for sure.
And speaking of surprises, let's talk about the imagery
Oh, yeah.
in this song, because it is wild.
It's like a fever dream.
Exactly. It's like these lines like crying walls of sliding architecture
Wow. Yeah, that one's a trip.
and upholstery-loving men dwelling in the wells.
It's so vivid. So strange.
It's like, what does that even mean?
I don't know, but it paints a picture.
It does.
It's like this surreal, unsettling world.
You feel like you're being pulled into the speaker's head.
Exactly, and that's what makes it so effective.
Yeah, it's not just telling you a story.
It's making you experience it.
And that brings us back to this back and forth between there's nothing wrong with me.
And there's something wrong with you.
It's like a conversation.
A very unsettling conversation.
Who's talking to who?
That's the question, isn't it?
It could be two different people.
Right? Like maybe an argument between lovers.
Or maybe it's all in the speaker's head.
Like two sides of the same person.
Yeah, maybe the addicted self and the sober self.
Exactly, or the guilty self, and the
Yeah.
self that wants to deny everything.
It's a powerful way to show that internal struggle.
It really is, and it makes you question everything.
Yeah, good touch.
Like, who is really in control here?
And then the song ends.
Oh, yeah.
How does it end?
With this, there's something wrong with you, don't eat the fish.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like a final punch to the gut.
It is. It's chilling.
Like a threat almost.
Yeah, and it brings back that whole mystery of the stepson and the fish.
Right. What does it all mean?
I don't know, but it leaves you with this feeling of unease.
Like something bad is about to happen.
Making
And you
s-
know that repetition of there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
It's like the speaker's projecting their own guilt and paranoia onto someone else.
Like they can't handle facing their own problems.
Right, so they blame someone else.
It's a classic defense mechanism. It is, and it's a sad way to end the song.
It is, but it's also a powerful ending.
It is. It sticks with you.
It does. It makes you think about all the ways we try to escape from ourselves.
And the damage we do along the way.
Exactly. This whole song is like a journey into darkness.
A warning about the dangers of addiction.
And a reminder that sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we create ourselves.
It's a lot to unpack.
It is, but it's worth it.
It is.
And it leaves you with a lot to think about.
For sure.
Like, what would you say to the speaker if you could?
That's a tough one.
It is. It makes you wonder about the stories we all tell ourselves.
Yeah. Secrets we keep.
And the lengths we go to convince ourselves that everything is okay.
When it's clearly not.
It's a sobering thought.
It is.
So yeah, if you're ever feeling lost or alone or like you're the only one struggling,
Remember this song.
remember that even in the darkest places, there's always hope.
And there's always help.
That's a great message to end on.
I think so.
Okay, well, that's our deep dive for today.
That was intense.
It was, but hopefully it was also insightful.
I think so.
Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and don't be afraid to dive deep into the weird stuff.
I see you down there.
Sounds good.
All right.